You got to dig. How do you dig spiritually to get to the gold? Stop digging me. That's a snow bunny. Hold on. We're not doing that today. Please exit the live. Neanderthal nation, Neanderthal nation, Neanderthal nation. You should still be celebrating President Trump's return to the White House. I don't know why you on my live. Better have a jacket on. I don't care what shoes you put on. Why am I yelling? Block. Stupid ass questions. South Africa, stand tall. Snow Bunny Hopper think he gonna get on here talking that crap. Snow Bunny Hopper. See, the people laughing, you know you're dealing with kunocracy consciousness. You know you're dealing with calcified Negro pineal glands. The people making jokes, don't pay them no mind. I'm not going in there with a raincoat or without. Brothers and sisters, the power went out, brothers and sisters. The power is temporarily out. It's not a big problem, my brothers and sisters. The power will be restored momentarily. But I wish I had some chicken noodle soup in the dark. I wish I had some chicken. Here we go, brothers and sisters. The power is back. I love Africa.
Somebody said, Dr. Umar, why are you so fine? Okay, first of all,
give to the United Negro Scholarship Fund, because a mind is a terrible thing to develop without help.
Allow me to expose my colon once again. The ramification inflicted on the incision placed within the fallopian cavities serves to be holistic, taken from the Latin word jalapeno.
Dummy. Boom, shakalaka.
Hey, Tribe Buck, great day. Welcome to the House of Cons. I'm Blackjack.
Boom, shakalaka.
Salute to everybody in the house. Salute to everybody in the house. 88 Llamas in the house. Salute. Bronze Flat Power God in the house. Salute. Hey, let Shawty see in the house. Salute. Tribe Buck with me.
Boom, shakalaka.
Yeah, man. Hey, the internet lit right now. Hey, boy, one thing Umar good at pissing off the whole damn tribe. Boy, Umar, I swear, leave it up to him. It seems like every time this fool make an appearance, he open his mouth and piss the whole damn tribe off. He pissed the whole 12 tribes of Israel off about this thing. And Naga done pissed off every tribe of Jacob. Hey, he talking crazy. Everybody done caught wind of it. Y'all know we gotta roast him. I can't even take it serious, man. I can't even take this serious, man. I thought about it all. I thought about this. I say, man, this ain't nothing but an old hot mess, man. I can't even be serious with Umar. I can't do nothing but roast this fool. I can't be serious. Hey, let Shawty see. They say I was so heated. She stayed for the full interview. Hey, I know he had everybody heated. Well, he named everybody except the booty scratchers. He named everybody except the Pan African. Dissed all of us. You don't know, it's on and popping. This not gonna want to be a. Hey, Umar want to be a leader so damn bad. He want to be a leader so bad. Po baby. This man want to be a leader so damn bad, man. We ain't following you, Umar. Get out of here, Goofy. We ain't following you. Umar, if you're watching, I spoke to the whole tribe. I spoke to the whole tribe of Israel. I spoke to the whole 12 tribes. And they said, we not following you. Forget about it. They said, forget about it, man. You tripping. This man, I know we looking at the thumbnail from a third eye point of view. We got to roast them. I was going to name this show, the title I was going to really name this show at first, I was going to name this show, How Come Dr. Umar Don't Live in Africa? Salute. That's what I was going to name the show. We got to ask ourselves, how come he don't live in Africa? I got to figure this out because he's so pro-Africa. First off, where his family at in Africa, where his kinfolk. He said he from Africa. I need to see his genealogy. I need to see him with his people from over there. Ain't nobody over there claiming him. But I'm just saying, man, why he ain't moved over there yet? He over here, you know, talk about it, hypocrite. I don't preach nothing to y'all that I wouldn't do myself. Salute. If I wouldn't do it myself, I ain't gonna preach it to you. Y'all know me, I'm transparent with the tribe. I ain't got nothing to hide to the tribe. Y'all know more about me than some other people that know me in person know about me. Because everybody that know me in person, they don't know everything about me. Like, y'all know some stuff about me. Stuff I show y'all. But like, he's so fake, man. He phony. He preaching one thing and he doing something else. This nigga ain't left. If the United States so bad and you ain't from over here, why you ain't got the stepping yet? Why you ain't let the doorknob hit you where the Most High split you yet, Umar? We waiting on you to leave. That's how you know he ain't no leader. Because the leader gonna jump out there and do what he want. And people gonna follow by his example. He ain't gotta beg everybody to follow. A real leader ain't gotta beg everybody to follow. Like, you know what I'm saying? If I was talking about we Africans, I would just move to Africa. He ain't broke. Oh, I forgot, Dr. Umar broke. Maybe he ain't moved to Africa because he broke. Maybe he needs some donations. We need to start a donation fund to get Dr. Umar a one-way ticket to Africa. Salute. One-way ticket. Man, don't even take nothing with you now. Just put your drawers on, take this ticket and get on out of here, man. We got you set up when you get there. We're going to have you a house over there, your little straw man village over there with you some furniture in there, air mattress on the dirt. We got you covered. So we saw how y'all got the air mattress on the dirt. Now, don't think we don't know, Salute. Don't think we don't know. But yeah, we'll set them up good. We'll man, I started GoFundMe if y'all. Ooh, that's what we should do. We should get real petty. We should start a GoFundMe to get Dr. Umar a one-way ticket to Africa and get him a little apartment with an air mattress. It can't cost that much. Shit, the plane ticket probably costs more than the apartment in the damn air mattress over there in Africa, man. It can't cost that much, y'all. Chip on in there. If the plane ticket $500, the apartment in the air mattress ain't nothing but $50.
Sit your $5 ass down before I make
Let's
change.
roast this booty scratcher. Send this now. So we need a total of $550, and we can get it'll be the last we have to see of Umar. We'll have to just hear from that nigga because he ain't gonna get off the internet. We know he ain't gonna get off the internet. We send him to Africa. We just ain't gonna have to see his ugly ass no more. He gonna have to just talk. He gonna step it up though. We send him to Africa. He gonna really be talking about us. He gonna be, he gonna get spoiled. You know how a nigga get when he got a new pair of shoes. But if he go to Africa, if you go to Africa, Umar, I need to see some real African shit. I don't need to see no new shoes. I need to see you over there barefooted with some ass ankles over there talking your shit, nigga. Talk your shit, nigga. Get over there in Africa over there in the village with your bare feet. I need to see a hyena run by, nigga. I need to know you a real African. I don't fuck with no fake Africans, nigga. See, I'm an Injun, but all the Africans I know, they real Africans. Like, you can't be half-stepping African, nigga. If you gonna be an African nigga, you need to be an African all the way, nigga. You need to go over there. I need to see you barefooted in the tall grass with zebras, motherfucking giraffes, and I need to see a hyena coming running through that bitch, nigga. That's what I need to see. Until I see that, you ain't no African in my eye. You ain't no African. You know what I'm saying? If you gonna be an African, be all you can be out here. You know what I'm saying? Don't be no fake African. The real Africans don't respect you. You ain't even got on it, man. You ain't even got on the leopard. You ain't even got on the leopard fleece. I had to Photoshop you with a leopard fleece on. You need to learn how to make they shields. I need to see you dressing like them. I need to see some real African culture out you. You got a fake African name. Ain't nobody in Africa last name Ifontunde. This nigga talking about this. But we know your real last name. Your real last name is Shoemaker. Your ancient granddaddy was a shoemaker. Your real last name Shoemaker. And your name Jermaine Shoemaker, nigga. His maiden name is Shoemaker. He come from the shoemaker families. They was making leprechaun boots and shit. Y'all know them boots that curve up in the front. That the LSB. He come from the shoemaker family. His ancient uncle, his ancient granddaddy was making elf boots. You know, that curve up in the front. You know what I'm talking about. Some of you niggas watching, your shoe curved up in the front right now, nigga. Your shoe curved up in the front right now, boy. You got them leprechaun feet, boy. Y'all remember the cartoon? They had the leprechaun feet be curled up like a that bit curled up in the toe like a cinnamon roll. He come from the shoemaker family. So he was making them cinnamon roll boots. Hold on, we need to see evidence. Now y'all done got me tripping. Now I took a left turn. Now I got a lesson lined up and we taking left turns already, and we just in the intro, man. I know this is going crazy. And it's on a Monday. This is wild. Hold on, man. Let's see these leprechaun. No, let's put elf boots. Elf boots that curl up in the front. It gotta curl up in the front. Curl up in the front. If it ain't curled in the front, it ain't a real shoemaker boot. See, I need to see some. Cause some immigrants might be watching, and they see y'all laughing in the chat, and they wondering why everybody laughing, cause they don't know what's going on. The immigrants in the chat, the tether, this shit, they don't know what's going on. They know what tether mean. You know, they done learned what tether mean. The immigrants don't like that word tether.
Tether.
See, for the immigrants, what I'm talking about. Dr. Umar, his real name, his name is not Umar Infantunde. He don't got no African name for real, and that's not even the African name. He made that up. His real name is Jermaine Shoemaker, nigga! Jermaine Shoemaker! He come from the shoemaker family. He from the shoemaker family. Talking about Infantunde. That nigga last name ain't no Infantunde. His last name ain't Infantunde. That nigga be lying, man. That nigga always be lying. He a scammer, man. He a scammer, man. Go $5. Scammer.
Cap up in your ass.
He come from the shoemaker family. Some of you niggas Jordans curled front just. Some of you niggas Jordan curled up in the front like this right now, nigga. You need to throw them meat in the dumpster. Now get me them down Jordans. Jordan curled. Hey, if you come down the street, hey, God's in the house. Hey, Chief Homeboy ID in the house. God's in the house. If you come down the street and your J's curled up, like I know you got some toe jams. I know them toe jams. Boy, I know your boy. Please don't take them shoes off. Please don't take them shoes off. No, if you come to my house with them talking about, I used to tell people take their shoes off at the door. But if you pull up with them shoe markers on, with them Jermaine Shoemakers on, I'm gonna tell your ass, bro. You know what? You can just keep your shoes on. You know what I'm saying? Wait, his real name Jermaine Shoemaker, man. We know his name, Jermaine Shoemaker. He got on the elf shoes, man. Well, we gotta get serious. We gotta get back to the lesson before I forget what the hell we was talking about. Matter of fact, let me look at the title so I can remember what the hell I was talking about. I don't take a left turn. Oh, yeah. The real Injuns, FBA and ADOS said, fuck Dr. Umar. That's the title of the show. He dissed the whole 12 tribes of Jacob. He dissed the whole 12 tribes of Jacob. He dissed every identity we got. He dissed all our identities. He called us for 10 years. He said FADOS. He said FBA. He might as well said F the blacks, F the Negroes, F the mulattoes, F the Injuns. He might just said all that. He should say F the colored people. He should just say all our titles. If you gonna say one, say them all, nigga. Don't just pick 2 or 3 you don't like. Say all of them, nigga. Tell it like it is. You don't like us. He the ops. Everybody, all our gangs, we need to unite. See, like the Injuns, the Red Injuns, we need to unite with FBA. We need to unite with ADOS and go against Umar. We don't even need to worry about history and stuff right now. This is our chance to take out Dr. Umar. We need to unite against him right now. All under the umbrella of America. Salute. We need to unite against this fool. That's why we gotta roast him. We gotta roast him. Hey, Jake Time in the house, salute. We gotta roast him though, man. I got the evidence, man. I got the evidence as you. Before I get into evidence, I was off work early, and I was looking at a content creator. Salute to Street Media TV. Salute to Street Media TV. And I got in the chat because the brother live stream was lit. I want to link with the brother. The brother sent me his email. I sent him mine. I'm gonna try to link with him. Maybe we're gonna link on the live or something. But he on our side for real. Like, I was watching this live. I was in the chat heavy too. It was a booty scratch in the chat talking crazy. We went to roasting his ass. Dumbo family was over there. Dumbo family was in the chat. We was in the chat. So his name Street Media TV, and I'm gonna show y'all the video we was looking at. His video was Umar Johnson creates new FBA movement. Haitian woman calls black Americans dirty and reparations paid. That's the title of his video. Street Media TV. Y'all go subscribe to his channel. He got 56.8 thousand subscribers. He got way more than me. But y'all go over there and subscribe. Maybe we can help him get to 60,000. Salute. That's kind of knock I am. I'm kind of knock. Matter of fact, I'm gonna show y'all what I'm gonna subscribe right now. Boom, Blackjack done subscribe. Y'all go subscribe to Street Media TV. Some of y'all probably already over there. But I just found out about them today. I ain't really know about these people, you know what I'm saying? I found out I was just scrolling and it popped up on my feed because I was roasting Umar, you know what I'm saying? So Umar, everything Umar been popping up. But I'm gonna play what he was on. Check it out.
All-inclusive reparations, right? I'm telling y'all where they get
Fair
this
use.
from. When they come over here and say that we don't have no culture, I'm telling you, they're saying that our culture is their culture.
See, that's
because
what
they're saying that
I agree. See, he, me and him, we got a lot in common. They like to claim our stuff. Fishing with Camo Joe in the house, salute. They try to like. See, we know we indigenous to America, and we just happen to be Negroes. They try to claim us and call us Africans. So everything great we do, they try to give the credit to Africa, and that's wrong. They got us effed up. And he pretty much agreeing right now. I ain't gonna pause him too much. I gotta pause him sometime on the fair use, but I'm gonna let him cook.
That the culture that we have in America, we brought from Africa to the Caribbean to the Americas. Now, I'm not saying that we should agree with that, but I'm telling you the tactics and strategies. And when you go to argue on paper, they're going to come with their paperwork and saying, well, these are descendants of such and such. They started in Barbados. And we're going to say, no, we started right here. And we're going to show paperwork. So these are the things that they're going to do. Right. Yep. So, I mean, I get the dolls rolls and we got all those things. I get all that. But why you think like a lot of these channels, right? A lot of these channels don't even a lot of the damn, I'm stuck on stupid today. The indigenous channels, the indigenous brothers and sisters, they don't support FBA like that. They're not out in large number in support of FBA because
I'm supporting FBA tonight. It's not that we don't support FBA or the FBA. I guess he on the FBA movement. It ain't that we don't support the FBA. Is that we don't claim ourselves as FBA. We getting the butter straight from the duck. We ain't cutting no corners. We going straight to the source. We telling y'all we the Injuns, we the indigenous people. Salute. We ain't claiming nothing else but that. We claiming it's only two. It's more than two words that connect us, but it's two main words that connect us to who we are, and it ain't African. The word Negro and the word Indian forever connects us to our history. Why do you think why do you think they wanted our ancestors to stop calling themselves Negro? They was trying to hide your history.
Because People are going off their tribal things and connecting paperwork. So I get the freedman part, right? The freedman part and the freedman paperwork.
It's bigger than paperwork, brother.
No, what I suggest is we study the timelines and the paperwork. But what I'm saying, Freedman, is this. That's a great question. Hold on, brother Freedman. He asked a great question. So what?
The truth is, it's bigger than the paperwork. Even though I tell everybody to do their genealogy and get in touch with your ancestors, it's bigger than that though. It's the history. See, the truth about who we are is in the history. Yeah, do your genealogy, but the actual truth about who we are is in the historical record. You just gotta know it's there. If we going to the government claiming we Africans, we gonna never win that battle. Say if we wanted to sue the government. See, he was asking, what can we do to get the government to recognize us? I don't even, to me, you know what? That ain't even my agenda. My agenda is not even getting the government to recognize us. They are our enemy. I don't expect our enemy to recognize us. Think about it. You expect our enemy. That's how you know the Native Americans is not real Indians. That's who the government recognized on the $5 Dawes roll. They made the Dawes roll and made a one-drop rule just to exclude the real Indians. The one-drop rule was to exclude the Injuns. And then they brought other people in and said, you better not have a drop of Negro. Just pay us $5 and we gonna put you on the Dawes roll.
Sit your $5 ass down before I make change.
And you, so I don't need the government approval. A matter of fact, having the government approval is the first step in knowing that that's a pretending. If the government agreeing, of course the government gonna disagree with their enemy. So I don't necessarily think now with me though. For the sake of the argument, I'm with forcing the government. I don't believe in us getting our paperwork together and going to the government begging them to recognize us as indigenous people. No, I believe in the class action lawsuit and forcing them. I believe coming them in the court of law with the evidence that they can't deny, forcing their ass and getting reparations or whatever is owed us like that. They're not gonna just give it to us. We're gonna have to force it. They are our enemy. We're going to have to make them submit to our will. And the first thing we got to do is get our mind together. We can't do nothing physical. We can't do nothing in the court of law if we ain't got our mind together. If we going in the court talking about we need reparations because we from Africa, we lost already. Literally lost. Not just lost in the court of law. We lost in the mind.
What do I suggest? We got to study these charters and when these charters was created. What year did they bring these slave people over? Now you have the indigenous claims.
Oh, that's just extra credit, my brother. We got to go to the beginning. First off, debunk their lies. They told you and I that they brought us here in 1619. Start there. Debunk that. Prove we was here before 1619. We already did it. We know we was here since the beginning of the time. But we showed you a timeline. We showed you evidence of us here in 1617. And they was calling us Injuns, not Africans. They was calling us Virginians.
You have to be able to prove that maybe you may say I'm Tuscarora. Maybe I'm Lenape.
Oh, that's
maybe
irrelevant.
I'm
a Naga. I'm an American Naga. Period. All that's irrelevant. All that what tribe and this and that. You honoring tribe that these pretendians in. You honoring the tribe that these $5 pretendians in.
Down before I make change.
We are the tribe. We can turn around today and say, you know what? We got a new name. We are the tribe. And no disrespect to this brother. I'm just a passionate speaker. I like this brother and I want to connect with him. And I hope you're watching the show tonight. I should have tagged him in it.
Iroquois, or maybe I'm one of these different tribes. You have to be able to prove that with your paperwork. You have to be able to prove that. Maybe I'm a Cherokee. You have to be Chickasaw. You have to be able to prove that. You can't just.
So you want to be a part of these civilized tribes? We don't have to prove that. It's so easy to prove who we are. Through the historical evidence. We are in the records. We do it so many times. We're going to do it one time tonight and we're going to go over several ones. Just a simple one. Negroes captured. They told you captured in slavery. Told you captured from Africa. Negroes captured. The first one come up is in Indian Territory. This is enough paperwork right here. It ain't about everybody going and identifying their family as being with the $5 civilized tribes. It's not about that. You trying to align with them when they've been trying to align with us. The burden of proof is not even on us. It's on the pretenders in the government.
Just keep going saying I'm this. Okay, I hear what you're saying, but that don't mean shit. You got to be able to prove it. Because what they're going to do to shut us down is, and they're doing it in front of our face with this all-inclusive stuff. All this all-inclusive society, all this Democrat all-inclusiveness, and they're branching and putting.
He right.
Now we have, now mind you,
he absolutely right.
This,
all-inclusive.
Right? We have
not a
slave
monolith.
Story. We have our story of what we've been through. Our story is our story. See, let me back up for me.
Our story began in Virginia a lot of times. See,
let me back up for me.
Yeah, back up for a minute, brother. But you can't. You gotta understand. Just for instance, our story began in Virginia, not Africa. If we're gonna let them tell you 16, 19 and throw you just some random place in Africa, and then the burden of proof on you to prove that they lying, that's backwards. The burden of proof is on them. The Roken 64. Brother, if you're watching, I could sit here and I could pull up 1,000 sources. Literally, I can go 1,000 sources to show you that it ain't what you thinking. And that over in Europe, they know exactly who you are. The Roken 64. They know the American Indian is the Negro. Let's get the one with the description, and we're gonna have to translate it just to show everybody what it is. Because I know a lot of people may not have seen that, the Roken 64. They like, what's the Roken 64? Oh, no problem. We'll show you. The one they got on the description. Amsterdam Monument. It might be on this one. I did a live stream where I pulled up the real description of what the Roken is from their mouth. Translate. It might be on this one. Hold on, let me see. No, it ain't on this one. What they asking people, people looking at the Roken number 64, and they asking, what is this? They asking, is this an African slave, or what really appears to be a proud American Indian with his feathered headdress and his bow and arrow? And it's on the building where they were selling tobacco at in Europe. But that ain't the only one. The Roken 64 is just one. I should have had it prepared already with the caption of what I'm telling y'all that it was saying. They telling you it's American Indian. They selling tobacco in this a pharmacy in Amsterdam. Y'all know Amsterdam is the smoke place. Y'all know they smoking every plant they got out of America in Amsterdam. Look, the house of a slave represent. Let's see what they said. Broken heart. I got it in my community post, but it's so far back, we'll have to hunt to find it. We ain't gonna do that right now. But the brother asked for paperwork. We are the paperwork. Salute. Just like we are the Old Testament. Salute. We are the paperwork, brother. it ain't no we need to get paperwork to prove we in the $5 tribe or $5 Dogs Road tribe. No. They made a one drop rule when they made the Dogs Road just to exclude the real Injuns and put you on the freedman roll. And speaking of freedmen, ain't no such thing as an African freedman. All the freedmen on the Indian rolls, on the Dogs rolls. That's how they separated the real Injuns. They put you on the freedman roll, start calling you an African. And at the same time called you a Cherokee freedman or a Seminole freedman. We got more than just genealogical records and paperwork. We got more than that. We got the actual history. See, I'm not with the half stepping. Yeah, I got my genealogy, family tree deep.
So you watching the guy that's scamming. So let me.
Hey, salute Dunmo family in the house. Hey, Drake Hobbs music in the house. Monog in the house. Salute.
Now you ain't gotta ever worry about watching me again, or ever worry about coming over here. Hey, anybody that say anything disrespectful, people can comment.
This around the time after this,
my moderators, anybody say anything
this close to the time where I came in the chat.
Disrespecting nobody, block them.
He was talking about this Nigerian dude that was in there talking crazy.
They can disagree with me. Don't time them out. They can disagree.
Let's say Dunmo family was over there.
Let me back up for me, because he said, "What do I suggest?" What we have to do is we have to know everything. We have to know everything. You guys should know, when did they start the charter of South Carolina? When was it started? Who were the people that was there?
Injuns. Right? It was
when
American Indians.
The charter of North? All the states where slavery was made, where slavery was. You should know when those states were started and who they brought.
After the Indian Wars, after they fought the Indians, after they fought the Indian Negroes and captured them as slaves like they did in Florida. We know exactly who the charters was, brother. We got all this info already.
Here, right?
And I want to show him this. That's why I want to link with him.
Right? We should know all these different things. And we should know the stories of what happened to us in those states.
We know. It's like the Pequot Negroes. It's like the Pequot Wars. It's like the King Philip's War. We know what happened to the Negroes in those states. King Philip's War. Pequot Negro Indians enslaved. We know exactly who the charters was, who the tribes, the dates, the war, everything. Following the Pequot War, 1636 to 1638, and King Philip's War, 1675 to 1678, English colonists in New England enslaved. What the slave charters right here. Enslaved, sold, or indentured hundreds of indigenous people. No, not hundreds of thousands, including Pequots, Narragansetts, and Wampanoags, to eliminate resistance, pay for war costs, and meet labor demands. Captives were often sold to the Caribbean, to the West Indies, by what they refer to as the West Indies at that particular time, Bermuda, or locally, maybe down there from Virginia to Carolina, maybe from New England to Carolina. The Pequot War, 1636, 1638, over 400 people were killed in the initial conflict, with hundreds of thousands more captured and sold into slavery in Bermuda and the West Indies. This war initiated the systematic enslavement of indigenous people. King Philip's War, 1675-1678, known as the deadliest war per capita in American history. It resulted in mass enslavement. So it was hundreds of thousands enslaved. They started calling you Africans. It took you to the Caribbean and reclassified you. Captured natives, including women and children, were either sold locally as indentured servants or shipped to places like Bermuda, Barbados, Jamaica, and Spain. Colonial enslavement of Native Americans included those Native Americans who surrendered during the King Philip's War, sold into slavery. Pequot, Indian Negro Negro slave. When Native Americans were slaves after the Pequot War, 1637. It's a historical book in the enslavement of Rhode Island. While most Native Americans were free, Indian enslavement in colonial American New England armies enslaved more than 1,300 Indian men. The history of indigenous slavery in New England, descendants of enslaved Pequot. Let me see. Unknown beginning, slavery in North, commonplace. Hold on, Pequot Negro. Let me just put Pequot Negroes. Cause see, they try to play games sometimes with us. They try to hide us sometimes. Pequot Negroes refer to the historical intertwining of Pequots. No, it's not intertwining the Africans. That's not it. The AI is lying. It's a historical. It's on historical literature. It's a book. I can't think of the name of the book right now. When they was calling the Pequot Negroes when they was enslaving them, and they sent them to they called them cannibals. That's right. Let me put cannibal in there. That's the reason they tried to doom diversity them. They said these is cannibals. We can enslave them. They're not Christians. They tried to lie and call you a cannibal. See, when Native Americans were slaves, it's from 2018. This little here where it mentions it, but the book older than that. There they were called cannibal Negroes. They sent them. They fought the King Philip's War. They killed a bunch of Pequots. They captured the rest of them, and then they sent them down into the Caribbean, to Jamaica, the Barbados, and every other place they just named. We just read, and when they got them there, they started calling them cannibal Negroes, and then they started saying they was from Africa. That's why they say there they were called cannibal Negroes, to distinguish them. Look, see. This on JSTOR Daily. They was Negroes. They trying to make a reason why they was calling them Negroes. They was just Negroes. And you called them cannibals and Negroes so you could enslave them, because they was nappy-head Negroes. These people know who a Negro is. Don't let them make you think they was calling everybody Negroes. They was calling you Negroes. They wasn't even calling Africans Negroes. They was calling Africans Africans. They was calling American Indians Negro. And they still call you Negro. Look, yet after the Pequot War of 1637, the Puritans shipped captured Pequots to bondage in a small Puritan community on the coast of Nicaragua called Providence Island. There they were called cannibal Negroes, to distinguish them from the native mosquitoes. And when the Puritans wished to maintain good relations, Guasco calls the Anglo-Americans first true slave society. The evidence is in the historical record. The burden of proof is not on us. Yeah, we need to do our genealogy, get our paperwork. All of that ain't the reason. All of that ain't the stuff we need when we take these folks in court and we put a class action suit and force the government to submit to us and force them to honor our identity.
Right. But see, this is what I'm saying. My brother said, don't drop me. Hold on. My brother said, because don't drop me in Africa. My people are here. I get what you're saying, but you're gonna have to prove that. And this is what I'm saying. I'm at a place where we being about it. Don't say that your people were here if you don't have the paperwork to prove it. And you should be taking it down to your local government and proving that you were here. And then you should be able to listen to what I'm saying.
The government know who they went to war with.
You come to the channels and show your paperwork and show FBA family that, hey, my people was here. This is how I did it. This is how you can.
Hey, You think the government don't know who they went to war with and enslaved? The government was shipping our ancestors from North America to the Caribbean and calling them Africans and calling them cannibals, and you expect and calling them everything else, and you expect them to honor our history without us forcing them to do it?
Do it. Listen to what I'm saying. I'm gonna say it again because it's time to start being responsible. Listen, we said we're foundational Black Americans. We got our family saying that we were already here. I don't challenge that. We were already here. And then we got our family to say that we were slaves here in America, and whatever state that your family was slaves in, you should know when that charter started, who was there, who were the people. If you are indigenous, you should be able to get your paperwork and bring it to the live streams to show it to your people. If not, stop saying it.
We ain't gonna start saying it. We're on a live stream right now. I can show you who else went to the Caribbean. Not just the Pequot Negroes from up there on the north, from the East Coast, from so-called New England now. Not just the Pequot indigenous Negroes. I can show you who else got sent to the Caribbean. What about the Natchez Negroes? The Natchez Indians that got enslaved from Louisiana and from Mississippi. Damn. I still did it wrong. Enslaved and shipped to the Caribbean. Following the 1729 Natchez revolt against French colonists, it's the French this time in Mississippi. The French, y'all know who in Mississippi? Y'all know who mostly in Mississippi? The French and their Choctaw allies brutally retaliated, defeating the Natchez by 1731. Now, when they say they Choctaw ally, you know it wasn't the real Nagas. You know it's the $5 fakers, right? Defeating the Natchez by 1731. Hundreds, not hundreds, hundreds of thousands. They always want to tell you hundreds to try to lie about how many it was. Hundreds of thousands captured Natchez men, women, and children were enslaved, with many shipped to Saint Domingue, now Haiti. Now ain't no now Haiti. It was always Haiti. It was ancient Haiti. And they took it back from y'all when y'all tried to colonize and call it Saint Domingue. The indigenous Negro took the island back. They was not Africans because they didn't. When they took it back, they didn't name it New Zimbabwe. They named it the ancient indigenous name of Haiti again, proving that they indigenous people. What would an African slave know about the indigenous name of Haiti if you done changed it to Saint Domingue? You think we don't think? Shipment to the Caribbean. In 1731, enslaved Natchez were shipped from Louisiana to Saint Domingue, where they were sold into slavery. Not just Natchez from Mississippi, Natchez from Louisiana. Probably a whole bunch of so-called Mardi Gras Injuns getting shipped into slavery. Often vanishing from the records. You ain't vanished physically. You vanished from the records because they changed your classification. Start calling you an African. And now you got people telling you to prove that you was here.
Until you can prove it. Bring your paperwork. Because we got
the paperwork, brother.
We have a lot of people coming up against us.
And I'd be happy to show you, my brother. I would be happy.
Listen to me. They have the lies. They have the lies of the U.S. government and the cover-ups on their side. They can show all the lies and the cover-ups in history to show who they said we was. I'm going to say this again and why I'm saying this. They can show the lies and the cover-ups to show who they said we was. And remember, they're saying that we just all came from Africa and it's this. My family, my people are saying we were
talking about the Pan-Africans.
So now, on the Congress floor and based in the textbooks, they got one story about us. We have to be able to prove that they're lying in their story.
It's very easy. You don't go into Congress or in the Supreme Court or into the court of law trying to litigate the government using no 5th grade, no high school textbooks. Those are the hijack is fully put in there. That's the books of indoctrination. You don't use that. You can easily find adult history. You can easily do history on your own. You can easily be self-taught. Once you adult, childish things come to an end. You can't go back to that kindergarten book that told you about the Pilgrims and Thanksgiving and all this. You can't go to that indoctrination. You got to seek history yourself. You got to study the Pequot Negroes. You got to study the Natchez Negroes, the Indians that got enslaved and sent to the Caribbean. And if all these Indians got sent to the Caribbean, and if the Indian is the so-called Native American that they telling you the engineers today,
sit your $5 ass down before I make change.
How come it ain't a gang of them down there in the Caribbean right now? How come it's mostly Negroes? If the $5 Indians was the real Indians, it should be 90% of them in the Caribbean, not 90% of us. And besides that fact, I can show you right now these Natchez Indians that got enslaved was Negroes. The Natchez were a Mississippi mound building culture in southwest Mississippi, 700 to 1730 AD, way before 1492, way before 1619. How about since the beginning of time? Look, they talking about, wow, now they distinct Negro Indian tribe. They always say you interacted with Africans to explain why you a Negro. You ain't interact with no damn Africans. You don't interact with Africans now. Your ancestors ain't interact with no damn Africans. Look, free people of color in Natchez, in colonial Natchez, 1700 to 1798. Look, the first known free black person, free Negro. First known free Negro, not from Africa, not a slave, just a free ass Negro. He was a free Negro. His mama was free. The Negro daddy was free. The Negro grandmama was free. The Negro granddaddy was free. His other grandmama, his other granddaddy was free too. Their great great granddaddy was free. Their great 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 granddaddy was free. Nobody came from Africa. This nigga was free. He was the first free Negro in the whole Natchez before the United States even became the United States. The first free motherfucking nigga in Natchez, colonial Natchez, was connected to the Natchez Indians, not Africa. A free Negro is a Natchez Indian. I know this stuff like the back of my hand, just like a lot of y'all do. Salute. Brother, we be more than happy to show you. I mean, people talk about the paperwork or the history. We can do all of that. We can do all of that. The paperwork, the genealogy, the history. I can show you the real deal is a Negro every time.
And we have to be able to show a separation from the families of Barbados, Trinidad, Jamaica, and these Caribbean places.
They was from Mississippi. They was really from Mississippi. And not saying it was Negroes that was all. It wasn't Negroes Indians already there. It was Negro Indians already there too. They moved them Negroes, the indigenous, the Tainos and the Arawak Negroes that was already. A lot of the Negroes got moved out of Caribbean. A lot of the Negroes got sent to Carolina and to Virginia. While they swapped the Negroes to Indians from up to Carolina and Virginia and Louisiana and Mississippi out. They sent some of our ancestors down there to Jamaica, the Caribbean, and the other islands. All they doing is, you think it's divide and conquer. All they do is capture you and send you somewhere else. The same thing they do with the prison system today. You go do something crazy and catch some time, they're going to send you up the road somewhere that's unfamiliar to you. Where if you escape, you don't even know where you at. So if you from Virginia, if you a Virginia, and a capture you, enslaved you, took you down to the Caribbean, where it's Arawaks and Tainos down there, and they get you down there and they capture the R. Watts and Taino, send them to Virginia, get you down there, call you an African, getting them in Virginia, call them Africans. See, you gotta know the history to know how the game was played on us.
Right? That was brought here. It's imperative that we do that. It's important that we do this.
Facts. It's important, my brother. It's important. I agree.
Because we can talk FBA all day. Now, we got 700 in the room. So what I'm gonna do?
We can talk big engine all day.
This Umar Johnson thing.
Indigenous
so what
people.
we're gonna do? We're gonna talk about this Umar Johnson situation. The American government had records of Black Americans. And listen to what I'm saying. I've been in these spaces for a long time.
See, the chat started
right? I'm gonna show this part too.
The chat.
Don't get me wrong.
Hey,
I'm not.
The chat started kind of telling him, "Hey man, no man, brother, you got it wrong." It was indigenous niggas in the chat, including me. We was kind of at them a little bit, not really at them, but we was kind of fact checking them. Not at them. It wasn't beef or nothing. We was fact checking them because we all in the conversation. Dr. Umar just did all of us. Y'all FBAs over there. We Injuns over here. Then the ADOS. I ain't heard from them yet. I invited them to the get down though. I told them we were about to pack out Dr. Umar and they was welcome to the party. We could put all the differences aside. But I ain't heard back from ADOS. So far it's FBA and the Injuns. We on Umar ass. And we just having a conversation about where we stand. And it's important. The FBA and the Injuns do need to come together and have a conversation about where we stand and why we stand where we stand. And let them tell us why they stand where they stand. Even though we already know we already know where they go. We already know the thing is what's crazy. We already know the angle that they gonna come from. But they don't know our angle. That's why I'm doing this tonight to try to show the brothers. We know they angle. They believe we came before Columbus from Africa. We don't believe that. It ain't no old Olmec heads in Africa. If we came from Africa before Columbus, it'll be more Olmec heads in Africa than it is in America. But guess what? America is the source.
Right? Oh no, not you. Not you.
Hey, Anthony Lowe in the house, salute.
The American government has records, right? The American has records of Black Americans. Again, another talking point, right? We already know that. But what records does the American government have of Black Americans, and what is the narrative of it?
The Pequot War, the
Natchez
War.
Black Americans are. Because see, this is the thing. When you make the statement that the American government has records of Black Americans, but then they tell you that you all came from Africa and they convolute our story to the point where we sit here saying that we're indigenous, but they're saying
he's not talking. He's saying now. Somebody in the chat said, "Well, the American government got records of us." He transitioned it. He just went to the elementary school books again. That's not the records that the government got. The government got the real records, like what we just showing you tonight, like the Pequot War, the Natchez War, and what happened there. Those the records that the government got. The stuff you talking about that they got in public school, that's not what we talking about. That's not what the person in the chat was talking about. But that's what he transitioned to, and that's why I paused him. We got to keep track of that.
And that you're not, then that means that there's some crafty counsel in the house. So now we have to challenge those crafty counsels. But we have to come with paper to be able to show and prove.
The government got the paperwork for us, brother. Just like this. See, he keeps saying paperwork, and I'm gonna keep making the point. The government already got this paperwork, brother. This Indian territory. This is a census roll that I keep putting up over and over again to keep throwing it in their face. This is a census. This is a military muster census roll. Look it up. It's a M234 roll 299 frame 338 361. This is a primary source. It don't get no more primary than this source. It tell you it's a list of Negroes who have been captured by the troops. What troops? The troops of the government. What do you think? It's at Jupiter, Florida. On the 22nd of February 1838. to the present date. And they tell you right in the first sentence, this is a list of Negroes that was captured by the troops in Florida. And what kind of Negroes they did? Well, first of all, these is Indians. And then I keep showing you, go to page 2. We ain't gonna stroll through the whole list, whole 2-page list. You go to the bottom of the list. Down here, they tell you slaves are the citizens of Florida. And then they got a small list. So they saying, if you're looking at this is the list of slaves, the small list, but the big list said Indian Negroes. The big 2-page list said Indian Negroes. Then they got a small list of slaves who apparently is Negroes too, but are they really slaves or are they family members? Because right now here, they tell you Indian Negroes, 151. Then they tell you slaves, only 14. Is these really just children? Total, 165 warriors. 151 Indian Negroes plus 14 slaves equals 165. And then they got women and children. So I guess these, I don't know, they could have been slaves. Maybe Negroes from another tribe. Then they tell you women and children, 123. So you got a total of almost 300 Negroes that they captured and enslaved right here on this census roll. On this military census roll. And people keep talking about paperwork. We keep showing them, we keep screaming to the top of our lungs. Well, here you go right here. This is the government itself. This is not my stuff. This is the US government stuff. So you think we can't take them in a class action lawsuit in the court of law and put their own paperwork in front of them? People, I keep telling people it's in the historical record. Why you think they want you to stop calling yourself Negro? Why you think they tried to get you off Negro so bad? Try to get you to go, just call yourself black or an African American. They try to get you to do all this goofy stuff. Why you think they want to get you away from Negro? Because Negro connect you to your true history. It connect you because the Indians is the Negroes. Negro wasn't even a thing in Africa.
So what I'm saying is I'm trying to get our people out of just using talking points. Because like I said, for years I come from the Pan-African side. It's the same thing. A bunch of talking points, but no work or action gets done behind it.
It's a class action
we say
lawsuit.
Things that sound good. Okay, fair enough.
Okay, so we want a class action. What can we do? We can get a class action lawsuit, but we got to go in there knowing what we talking about. We can't go in there talking about no public education indoctrination lies, no fairy tales. We got to go in there with the true history, with war records, census records, primary sources from the time of colonization, understanding what was the main crop of slavery in America. It was not cotton, it was tobacco. Understanding that the Indians were enslaved to make the tobacco crops, to grow the tobacco crops. The indigenous people, the biggest cash crop in slavery was tobacco. And the indigenous people had to grow it. And you forever connected to it. That's why they call you a Virginian. And that's why you on the tobacco ads from the 1600s. And that's why the first tobacco stole Indian is a Negro. We are forever intertwined with the history of our ancestral land.
With that talking point that you just
said, it cannot be hidden.
The whole of the group. Or if you're from South Carolina and you use a certain talking point, how does that help the people in South Carolina?
These are more than talking points. If we was both to go in the court of law with the U.S. government and you go in there with the FBA talk from Africa, but you came before Columbus, and then I go in there with the indigenous man talk, we got more evidence than you, brother. We got more proof, and the U.S. government knows it. The U.S. government holds the proof.
The paperwork ain't recorded in history because if it was, people would be using
that's
it
me.
right now.
That's me. That's me right there. This one I came in the chat. He said people would be using it right now. Ain't nobody using it because ain't nobody out there like me. And then we got a small tribe. Even on my channel, we ain't even got 5,000 people. But guess what? Even with our numbers, with this 4,000 something people over here on my side, we can make a class action lawsuit and go and we can get a lawyer and go after the government. I just put something in the community chat. a little bit earlier. See, we ain't got just talking points. We coming up with answers of what we can do. I put this in the chat before we start the show. Another content creator asks, what can we do to get the government to recognize us? So I posted a Google for him real quick. Can an ethnic group file class action lawsuit against the U.S. government? You're going to have to force the government to understand and not to understand, to honor who we are. The government lying to us in our face and they laughing about it. Yes, an ethnic group or organization representing them can file a class action lawsuit against the U.S. government if they have suffered common, legal, redressable harm such as discrimination, violations of constitutional rights, or unlawful policies. That we fall up under every piece of that. These suits often allege equal protection violations under the Fifth Amendment, with courts applying strict scrutiny to racial classifications. With courts applying strict scrutiny to racial classifications. This is exactly what we want. Limitations. The government must show a strong basis in evidence. This is exactly what we want. For using racial classifications, and courts often limit cases to instances of intentional discrimination. Everybody say we want answers of what we gonna do. It's hard to get a Naga united. Sometimes, I ain't gonna lie, I done gave up on uniting all the Nagas. I just take whoever come with me. All it takes is a chosen few. If we gonna go after the government, we need to go after them correctly, with the true evidence, with the evidence they hold them damn selves. The evidence the U.S. government got. If I can Google it, you don't think these folks got this? This is their paperwork. We can't go in there with false titles. You can't go to 1600s. You can't go to no literature in 1600s and find FBA nowhere.
You big dummy.
Guess what though? I can go way back a couple 100 years and I can show you an Injun Negro. I can show you a black boy Virginia. I could take you back to the 1600s, my brother. Oh, they want to play games. Hold on. I could take you back, way back, my brother. Like, you can't know about stuff like this if you asking about evidence. We can go back 230 years. We can go back to 1790 right now. We can go back to a time when none of us was living. And we can show you images of the Negro Indians that they made, not us. We ain't talking about public school fiction and indoctrination books that's lying to the children to indoctrinate us and make us think we Africans. No, we talking about real history. We talking about countertop cigar store Indians made by the Scottish. Circa 1790, this well-carved cigar store Indian, not African, was manufactured for tobacco companies in Scotland as a display item for their products. This particular form is commonly referred to as the Virginia. Virginia. They got Virginia, but it's Virginia or black boy style. The Indians in Virginia are black boys. You cannot make a mistake. You cannot say it was long-haired people that look like Mexicans, so-called Mexicans. No. It was in 84 in the house salute. And this ain't just a coinky dink. This ain't the only Virginia. We'll go to a whole different form. We'll go to an advertisement. We'll go from a tobacco Indian to an advertisement on paper and show you that the Virginia is still a nigga. The Virginia black boy tobacco Indian. Virginia. These are not Africans, American Indians. So we don't call ourselves FBA. We ain't mad at you for calling yourself that. We understand that you just need to be pointed in the right direction. We understand that you're not where we are. Salute. And that's not an insult. That's not an insult. We understand, and we here to help you. We know you want the paperwork. We know you in search of your identity, like a lot of our brothers and sisters. We calling out, making up names, calling ourselves all kind of stuff, and we just looking for our way home, not knowing that we already here. Salute. You just need somebody to help you find your way back home, my brother, and that's what we here for.
The paperwork is not there that's substantiated by the government to enforce laws to work in our favor. So no, the paperwork is not there.
He talking to me right now.
This is why you have all these channels.
I had just said that.
This is why you.
He talking to me.
Because, like I said, for years I come from the Pan-African side. It's the same thing. A bunch of talking points, but no work or action.
No work, no action. Yeah.
We
doing the work right now.
Good. Okay, fair enough. But what can you do with that talking point that you just said? How does it help the whole of the group? Or if you're from South Carolina and you use
the whole what that talking point do? Get everybody's mind right, and we do a class action lawsuit. We talking about the court of law. You talking about dealing with the government. What you think you just gonna go do a march on the White House and just go to screaming and shouting? I mean, we coming up with something to do right here. We coming up with something practical to do. The AI just told you, can an ethnic group file a class action lawsuit against the U.S. government? Yes, an ethnic group can. Or organizations representing them can file a class action lawsuit against the U.S. government if they have suffered common, legally redressable harm, such as discrimination. These the solutions right here. You said who got solutions? We got them. The Injuns got them. The indigenous people, we got solutions. FBA, if y'all ain't got no solutions, that's not our fault. A solution ain't just begging for reparations. You got to understand history on it and know what really happened before you go in there begging. Violations of constitutional rights or unlawful policies. These suits often allege equal protection, violations under the Fifth Amendment, with courts applying strict scrutiny to racial classifications. Limitations. The government must show a strong basis in evidence. The burden of proof is on who? The government must show a strong basis in evidence. Say it 3 more times like Dr. Umar. The government must show a basis of strong evidence. Strong basis in evidence. Strong basis in evidence.
You big dummy.
I mean, this is solutions. What I'm a war chief. What other solution y'all want me to do? Y'all want me to tell everybody to go pick up a Draco and then just go out here killing people? Y'all want me to give that advice? What you mean solutions, brother? What solutions you got? Why we gotta be the ones with the solutions? What solutions FBA got? And that's just a hypothetical question. We don't got a problem with having solutions. We got solutions and we offering them right now. Well, we just saying, what about y'all part? What you gonna do? And I hope you're watching, my brother. This ain't even a diss record either. We got love.
How does that help the people in South Carolina?
Man, I can help the people in South Carolina in a major way.
The paperwork ain't recorded in history because if it was,
That's
people
me.
would be using it right now.
I'm using it right now. What you mean?
The paperwork is not there. That's substantiated by the government to enforce.
Substantiated by your enemy? You need something substantiated by your enemy? You say nobody ain't using the paperwork, and I'm using the paperwork down there every live stream? What you mean using the paperwork up to your standard, my brother? You can't talk about the paperwork if you don't know about it. How many of those sources I just went through that you could have named off the back of your head? Or that you even are aware of? You still chasing a dream in Africa. But then you call yourself a foundational American, which is hypocritical. That's contradictory. If you're an African all the way. It don't matter if you came here before Columbus or after him. You still an African. We telling you we American to the bone, and ain't nothing different about us.
To work in our favor. So no, the paperwork is not there.
It is there. I'm showing it to you tonight.
This is why you have all these channels. This is why you have.
No disrespect, brother. This is why you have all these channels with somebody getting on there, putting their face flat on the screen, and ain't reading nothing, ain't going through no records. I used to show my face sometimes. I rarely show my face now. I rather stick a book in the people's face. But you no disrespect, but what scholarly have you? No, the burden on you now. What have you showed us tonight besides your face? Far as we know, everything you saying just some jive ass shit. Where your primary sources at? Where your receipts at?
Dane Calloway over the years, when Dane Calloway was coming out. When Dane Calloway was coming out and he was teaching certain things and was showing you how to get paperwork, right? But see, this is what I'm saying. You're saying yes, it is.
It was the 84
See, this is what I'm saying. And this is what I'm saying to our people. What I need you to do, Black, and I'll give you my email address. You can come and we can do an interview together.
I want to do this.
You can show me the paperwork.
Yes.
And you can show me everything that you're saying, substantiate it, and show us how we can go to the United States government with the paperwork that you're going to show that's going to create the change that we need. I'll put my email in there, and you can come up on the next live stream, and you can bring the paperwork and say, George, this is the paperwork. This is what we need to do in this state. This is what I'm saying. We got to start holding each other accountable because we got to get things done.
You holding me accountable. Here you go. I got you accountable right now. I know. We running out of time sitting on the screen just running our mouth. And ain't got no solution, though. You ain't gave us one solution. You tried to divert it on me on the live stream. And I got the solutions. I was telling you in the chat that I got the solutions. I was telling you I can call in right now. I got a video phone and all. You put my face on. I could have went in my studio and we could have connected on the Zoom call or whatever. And I could show you this stuff. But you ain't want to do that. So I had to run a live tonight. And I wasn't even planning to go live tonight. But here we go. Because if you're going to duck the conversation on your live, then now you're going to make me go live. Yeah, your audience bigger than mine. But that don't mean nothing to me.
Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. But see, this is what I'm saying. It's not about calling me now. I need to see what you did with the work.
I'm showing you not. I was trying to call you to show you. You was ducking.
I'll drop my link. Tell me in the chat what you did with the paperwork.
What I did with the paperwork, I had to wait on you to drop your link, and you ain't even drop your link. So I dropped mine first, and then you dropped your link. You ain't even dropped no link. You were capping. So I dropped my email, and then you dropped your email after I put my email in your chat. I don't care who emailed me that don't know me talking crazy or spam. I'ma just spam them. But I dropped the email in your chat for you. Then you manned up and dropped the email after that. But I can show you, brother. I can show you live and in person. I can show you so many sources that you will get tired of me after about 2 or 3 hours and say, "Hey man, Blackjack, you got it, man. I'm gonna have to talk to you later." You really don't know how serious I am with this. But you ain't showed us a book or no literature that
you can say, well, in my state, I did this, FBA family, And this
Man,
is what we
in my state, in the state of
Florida,
I just showed you what happened in my state. I just showed you what happened to a whole lot of Negroes in my state. I showed you a U.S. military record of what happened to Negroes in my state and what they called the Negroes and how they got enslaved. The Negroes in Florida ain't come from Africa. If you want to say it like that, I just showed you what happened in my state. Hell, you can see what happened in my not that. I show you what happened in my state right now. My brother, if my camera kick on, I read books, my brother. I got everybody that watch my channel know me. I got plenty of documentations, hard documentations, digital documentations, artifacts. I mean, where you want to go with this? Where your artifacts at? I got a whole cigar store engine over here, the whole mooring over here. Where your artifacts? Now you think that's it, man? I got a real engine shield too. I got one too. I'ma niggle it too. Nigga. This is why I be playing too much, y'all. Don't make me go get my skill. You talking what I'm doing in my state? I'm putting into action physically. We putting in work over here, man. Well, I got bow and arrow and everything. We rocking the culture, man. This the real culture. We ain't playing around over here. You wanna make me get on camera now? What you want me to go get my spill? I'm gonna get my bow and arrow. What you want me to go get? What you want me to go get my ancestral records? You want me to go get the census records, birth certificates, marriage license, all the way back to 1798? You want me to go get that stuff? You want me to show you my family tree? What you gonna show me? Everything you talking about, we got it. We got it for real. Everything you mentioning, we got it. Every single thing you mentioning. Salute. You just don't know.
That's already out. This is what I'm saying. No. This is what I'm saying. Hold on. Hear what I'm saying? I'm not trying to play you. I'm not being disrespectful.
You can't play me. You can't play me.
We're in the classroom right now. We having a conversation. So I don't want
you having a conversation with the teacher. You say we in the classroom.
What I'm saying is we in the classroom right now. We having a conversation. So I don't want.
But see what you ain't know though is you having a conversation with a professional teacher right now. What you don't understand? Like I got paid to teach. Like I got paid to teach at a college institution. So you can't check me for real, to be honest with you. You just wasn't aware of who the student was right now. You thought the student was me and it was you the whole time.
You think that I'm being rude or disrespectful to you?
I didn't even take you as being rude, my brother.
Is this. I'm
a thick-skinned man. I'm a thick-skinned man, man. I talk aggressive and all, and sometimes people take stuff I say the wrong way. I don't even mean no harm, but I'm aggressive like that because it's just my nature. I mean, shit, I'm my daddy boy, shit. I'm what I am. I'm my granddaddy boy, shit. I'm what I am. But I don't take aggressive talking as I don't take it offensively. I didn't take it as disrespect, my brother. Like I said, I like your China and stuff you're doing. I want to link with you because I know I can beat you in what we talking about. I know you can't get with me. I like what you're doing and all, but I know I'm above you in this shit. I'm just being honest. This ain't no disrespect and nothing either. I know I done studied more than you. I know I done read more books last year than you probably done read, period. Just being honest. No disrespect. I'm just being honest. This is not a diss record. This is all facts I'm speaking. I can say this, what I'm just saying about you, I can say this about a whole lot of people, what you don't understand. I done read more books than 95% of people. So what you mean? I done read more books live than most people I done read more books on the live stream than most people done read in 10 years. Especially these niggas. Am I lying, chat? Chat, am I lying? Am I lying, chat? Hey, Manhattan Project in the house. I know you, we in the house. 203 Low Gang in the house. Salute. Y'all know I ain't lying. Naga been not challenging me by, man. Don't challenge me by no kind of brain work, man. Don't. You better off playing brain work with y'all cool before you come over here messing with me. You don't know. I take this shit serious, and I'm a maniac. Well, you just don't know. When I say maniac, I don't mean crazy. I'm a maniac when it comes to putting that work in. Back when I was in school, I used to be racing people to be the first one done on the test, and I'm gonna get the most answers right. When the teacher gives the test back, and you know how the teacher come back after they grade the test, like the next couple days or whatever, and then they gotta give the people the shout out with high score. The teacher be like, yeah, we got about 30 people in the class. The teacher be like, yeah, we got 4 A's. We got 4 people that made A's. We got 3 A minus, and we got 1 A plus plus. We got 10 people that got B's. We got about 20 people with C's. And everybody like, damn, who the fuck got an A plus plus? At about the second week of school, everybody knew who it was. They be like, I know y'all thinking like, I know some of y'all in here like, Blackjack, how the hell you get an A plus plus? Naga, I used to get the extra credit right. And I used to be, hey, back when I was in school, especially when I was in college and high school, I used to be putting pressure on, but I used to be pissing people off. We'll go on test day. They don't know I'm going that bit, like I'm hitting the gym, like it's a workout. Teacher pass out the test. I'm standing like I'm at the line of scrimmage. Or like I'm a track star about to wait for the pistol to shoot so I can start running. I'm waiting on her to pass the test out. Hey, teacher pass the test out. Everybody know I'm about to get another A plus plus in that bitch. I was in honors class at all. I was a nerdy thug for real. I used to have to beat people up sometimes because they thought because I was a nerd and they thought shit was sweet.
You big dummy.
I used to have to whoop a Naga ass every now and then. So hey, but the teacher passed that test out. I intimidated everybody because they know who finna get the A plus plus. Teacher passed the test out. Test hit my desk. I got my pen on like this here. Math test, it don't matter. Science test, it don't matter. I'm on that bitch. Cause see, you know how it is in high school and junior high. When you finish the test, you get to go out there to PE. Naga, I want to go out there to PE, Naga. I ain't got time to be sitting in here with y'all. Some of my friends, I ain't gonna say no names. Some of my friends used to be in the class, they used to be wanting me to cheat. It's like, Naga, you been bullshitting all week. You ain't studied nothing. I'm finna finish this test in about 15 minutes. And we're going out about 50 more minutes left. I'm be out there playing basketball now. You gonna be in here with this bullshit. You still on number 2. Naga sweating bullets. You know what I'm saying? I got people that'll tell you these is all facts. These is no lies, I'm telling you. I ain't really the Naga that you want to challenge on some education shit, for real. Alright, well, I be on that test so damn fast. Motherfuckers sitting next to me, they can't even take their test. They hear my motherfucking pen banging on that bitch. They looking at me and all. Hey, I'm so confident. I'm in here like you sitting next to me. I'm here taking the test like this on your ass. Hey, cause I got a photographic memory. I'm an artist too. I like to draw and shit. So like when I look at some shit, like I got like my mind kind of different. Like I got the mind of an artist. Like I look at some shit, I can draw that shit for real. I got like a photographic memory. But that's just go past drawing. Like when I learn stuff, it's photographic memory type shit. Like I can be in class, the teacher saying some shit. I got that shit. That's why I had to be careful. Like they used to be trying to indoctrinate me. I had to shake out that shit, trying to indoctrinate me. But no dog laughing. I'm telling y'all all facts right here. They trying to indoctrinate me. I had to shake out that shit. But like, I got a photographic memory though. They tell me some shit. Then test day come, I see the shit on the test, and like boom, in my head, I picture the same day the teacher was saying this shit with her long titty ass, that ugly ass Christmas sweater on. I picture the same day she just did this y squared minus 3 in parentheses equals x. She just did this shit. I remember everything. I'm talking about real quick. People may know I got a photographic memory for real. That's all it is. I ain't smart as people think. For real. I used to get them A++. They be like, dang this. They like, Black Jack, why you smart? I used to be like, bro,
You big dummy.
not what you thinking, bro. I just got a strong ass memory, bro. Yeah, I got a strong ass memory, nigga. Photographic memory, nigga. I could be a crime expert. Motherfucker be done robbed the bank. Tell me how he look. I be done throw his ass. You know what I'm saying? Hey, this a ghetto ass show too. Anybody new in here that don't know, we be studying for real though. But this shit ghetto though.
Videos, what information have you taken to the government where the government stamped it and said we agree with this for your people?
Shit, the government wrote this. When you talking about I need the government to agree, the government made this. I didn't make this. They stamped this. I'm stamping it now. They stamped it. I didn't have to stamp this. The government stamped it. What you mean? It's the U.S. military here. What you mean? These colonizers from Europe made these advertisements. This is historical evidence from the 1600s. Look, I put 1600s. What you mean? They stamped this. You talking about getting somebody to stamp something? See, all your talking points, my brother. We showing you the answers right now, my brother. And this, like I say, this ain't no disrespect. This ain't no disrespect. We gonna walk you through it because we know our stuff like the back of our hand. We can stop you every 5 seconds and debunk what you saying for real.
That's what I'm asking. That's what I'm asking. That's all I'm saying.
I feel you.
That's what I'm asking.
Gotcha.
That's all I'm saying to the people today. Hold on, because I'm gonna share my screen in a minute.
But see, the thing is, my brother. Yeah. But honestly, my brother, the thing is, like, even though I just took the painstaking effort to go through with your talking points and show you the stuff we own, I really don't care if y'all join us for real. I really don't care about that part. Like, y'all cool and all, do your FBA thing, you back to Africa, whatever. Y'all cool with that. We ain't tripping about that. We don't need y'all to help us do what we gotta do for real. So we just trying to put you up on. Honestly, this just us trying to put y'all up on game for real. Like, y'all, we trying to keep y'all from being too goofy out here. We really, no disrespect though. We just trying to put y'all on game for real. This ain't us begging y'all to come help us make solutions. No, we got it. Now, if y'all need some help, that's what I'm saying. We here to throw y'all the bone. But we ain't finna get up under your FBA umbrella, none of that. Like, even though we not knocking that, you can have that. We ain't got nothing negative to say about it for real. But we gonna tell you factually though that you can't pull FBA up in the 1600s. You can't pull FBA up on those Negroes that got captured and got sent in slavery. You can't show me one document or paperwork that you can take in front of the government that showed me somebody that says the word FBA that got enslaved. You can't show me that. But I can show you Indian Negroes more than once. A house here in the house salute. I can show you Indian Negroes getting enslaved. I can show it to you more than once, my brother. I could show you some Indian Negroes that got captured, and when they put them on the road, they told them that they never had a white master. Look at that. Hey, they be listening. I type Indian Negro, that must say never had a white master. They listening to me. They listening to me. We'll pull out the source live for you. Registered Negro prisoners captured by the troops. Once again, where at? Let me guess. In Florida again? Registry of Negro prisoners. Captured by the troops. Commanded by Major General Thomas S. Jessup in 1836 and 1837. Look at that. They told us it was Negroes. That was the prisoners captured. They told us who captured them, who the general was, Thomas Jessup. They gave us the date, 1836, 1837. And they gave us, it says, and owned by Indians or who claim to be free. Look at that. Who claim to be free. These Negroes are telling us, they like, we free. Somebody named Jacob, the 12 tribes of Jacob, Managa. He got wounded in the right knee. Jacob was a fighter. Because Jacob was like, you ain't taking the family. Little wife and children of Jacob. Look at that. Claudia died May 27th. She must have got killed in action. Look, grandmother of Jacob and Chloe sold by Mr. Forrester. Jacob's uncle with mother. Look, father, mother, and children never had a white master. One of the most important and influential characters among the Indian Negroes. African Negroes? No, Indian Negroes. Charles was the son. Hold on, the father up here at the top, 40 years old. Ben, the tribe of Benjamin. Don't let me go too deep talking about the tribe. He talking about being with the 5 civilized tribes. I'm talking about the tribe of Benjamin. Salute. Father, mother, and children never had a white master. Neither did their great grandma, neither did their great great granddaddy, a great 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 grandma, a great 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 granddaddy. None of them never had. They was in America. One of the most important and influential characters amongst the Indian Negroes. Shit off my screen. Husband, wife, and children. The commander of the Negro force. The commander of what Negro force? The Zulu warriors? No. The commander of the Negro force on the Utaclacuchi, nigga. You can't even say that word. Africans don't even know how to say that Utaclacuchi, nigga. That's an Injun word, nigga. Just like Okefenokee, nigga. The chief counselor among the Negroes and the most important character. He was the chief counselor of most important character amongst the Negroes. And he was the commander of the Negro force of the Utaclacuchi. Who? Naga named Eno. They think his name Eno. Eno was 45. Eno was an old war chief. He probably had a salt and pepper beard like mine. I bet he had a salt and pepper beard like mine. Look. The most intrepid and hostile warriors. These 3 niggas. Look, Naga 22, 24, and 20. This NBA young boy, King Von, and somebody else. They say these Nagas was the most intrepid and hostile warriors. These Negroes here, a Naga named Ben, Jacob, and Monday. He talking about Melly owned by Cole Colin Crowell and claimed by Nelly Factor. See, the colonel tried to talk about he owned them. Nelly claimed to know the best guide in the nation. Nelly said, man, that's my people. Look, somebody hostile, either qualified to take the lead in an insurrection. These 3 people, they say they hostile. Either one is qualified to take the lead in the insurrection. Ages 24, 25, and 32. Prince, a nigga named Prince. That nigga Prince. A nigga named Tony. Some nigga named Toby. These 3 niggas here, boy, they had this tribe had some ruthless people here. Look, see, a lot of them died during the war. These babies, look, 1 year old, 1 year old, 1 year old, 4 years old, died during the war. Babies and old people, 80 years old. Female, the great grandma, Lydia, Big Mama. Look, Abraham, Isaac, Jacob. Claims to be free. Ain't no claim to be free. He is free. Ain't no claiming. He is free. The principal Negro chief. This the cacique. This the cacique right here. Supposed to be friendly with the whites. They ain't really trust him. He already set their ass up. He talking about supposed to be friendly with the whites. This nigga 50. He the chief rock. He the chief rocker. This nigga was 50. Talking about nigga named Abraham. I ain't nah. And that's why my man, he was talking junk about. He was talking some junk about the Hebrew, about the Israelite. My man, who we watching, cause he don't really know. Like I say, we ahead of them folks. They don't really understand how we say we Injuns, then we turn around and tell them we Hebrew, we Israelite. They don't understand it because they ain't studied nothing, man. They studying the wrong stuff, man. Said to be a good Indian soldier and an intrepid leader, he is the most cunning and intelligent Negro we have here. He is married to the widow of the former chief of the nation. He was 36, Tony Barnett. Like her last name Barnett. Look at that, Polly Barnett. That's his wife. She 36. Look, somebody named Becky. I don't know about Becky. Becky was 2 years old. Somebody named Becky. Ain't no information about Becky. Somebody was out here. Somebody was out here. What Becky mama was named? Is Becky mama? I don't think Becky mama Polly is. Somebody named Becky. Somebody, these $5 Indians. Somebody, one of these niggas that's out here was out here messing around with Becky, and then they got a baby Becky. This is what I. One of you Nagas. 103 Nagas. Naga named Martinez. Mary Ann Lydia Grace. That's a Israelite name, Grace. A lot of people don't understand that. Grace, like the grace of the Most High, my nigga. Philip, King Philip. Jacob, that nigga named Jacob 2D. That nigga was 20. Ain't got nothing by him. Who the hell is Jacob 2D? Pompey, like Pompey Factor. Pompey. Y'all know who Pompey Factor is, right? Negro Indian Scout. And that's what I mean to my FBA brothers and sisters. It ain't no disrespect, but we can show y'all a whole lot. When it comes to this, we can show y'all a whole lot. Showing who Pompey Factor is. Now look, this is Pompey. This is a real picture of Pompey Factor right here. This is Pompey Factor, a Negro Indian. It's a Negro. Now they trying to hide who he is. They made an image of him on the plaque. Look what they did. This ain't Pompey Factor. They made a $5 Pompey Factor. They talking about, look, Pompey Factor, the war, the Indian War campaigns. Man, this ain't the real Pompey Factor. This is the real Pompey Factor. Pompey Factor, he was an Indian scout. Man, nigga was an Indian. They trying to hide it. They trying to hide it. Hey, you know this here, the government, look, nps.gov, man. This is the real Pompey Factor, man. They see, we need to do a class action lawsuit, man, against them, man. They need to put they need to get rid of that plaque, man. They got everybody fooled, man. They probably telling this man, the African slave, see, man, this some bullshit, man. Here we is, gotta prove everything to everybody. Look, nigga born in Arkansas, Indian Territory, 1849, man. That nigga was a Biloxi Indian, nigga. Read them and weep, man. Tunica Biloxi Indian tribe. I'm not gonna say what tribe. I'm not talking about what you is, a Cherokee. You a $5 Seminole. No, nigga, you can't even name these tribes, brother. Black Seminoles, Managa. Negro Seminoles, Managa. You want to say Seminoles, the real Seminoles is the Tanuka Biloxi Indian, Managa. The white man started calling us Seminoles. They told you escaped from Africa and then you intermarried with somebody. Some bullshit.
Yeah, man. See, a Seminole, that's a runaway slave.
See, they tell you a half truth. They tell you half truth mix a lot with it. Yeah, he a runaway slave, but he came from Africa. And then he mixed with the Indians. Somehow he knew their language. Got you thinking some other people was Indians and we mixed with them. Got you on some bullshit. Like all in Louisiana and shit, man. All these places that we just was talking about, man. And they got the nerve. To make this fake ass Pompey factor plaque, man. See, this is the stuff. This what we need to, before we go in there and class action they ass, tell them that we want our identity and we coming to take it no matter what they got to say. We need the class action they ass on this fucking Pompey factor plaque, this fake ass Pompey factor. Got everybody thinking it's somebody else. They got all them fake Mexicans down there talking about, see man, Pompey factor was our people. They painted ourselves black, brother. You a Cholo, brother. You from Africa, brother. They want to tell us that. Cause they got them believing. They got them believing that the Pompey factor look like them and shit. They got them believing that the real Mexicans look like them. I mean, like, Naga, please. Naga, your ass is a Spaniard. You a motherfucking Spaniard talking about you an Injun, talking about you a Mexican and all this shit. You ain't none of that shit. Your ass over there looking like this, your ass is a Spaniard for real. You got a Spaniard forehead. Spaniard shaped head ass nigga. Spaniard looking ass nigga. And you speak Spanish. Fake ass. Pompey factor hell don't look nothing like this. They did the same thing they did to the cigar store Indians. Pompey factor hell ain't look shit like this. What in the total fuck? They wildin', man. We letting them get away with this bullshit? We really gonna let them get away with this? Really? Really, Managa? Really, Managa? I guess so. I guess we just FBA or something now. Not me though. Y'all, I don't know. Y'all FBA. I ain't no disrespecting them Nagas. Like I say, I ain't got no problem with them Nagas, but I'm not that though. I'm an Injun Naga. And I ain't gotta prove it to nobody either.
You know what I'm saying?
If you don't know, that's just you.
It's like hyper speed, but we're coming to get yes. And I agree. And I agree with the sister, and I agree with a lot of people. All I'm saying is I just want to get our people out of using certain talking points. And when we come with talking points, we got to come with the paperwork to prove what we're saying. And not, and this is what I'm saying, because like I said, shout out to Black Jack. What I'm saying
shout out
is,
you too, brother. Salute.
We got to be able to prove what we're saying.
I can prove it, brother.
State and the federal government is recognizing what we're saying.
We need to recognize it first. We can't get till we get y'all to recognize it. It ain't no need for you to talk about us getting the government to do nothing. We got this on our side. If you want to get involved with what we're doing, you gotta recognize it first. Salute. We need to get our children to recognize it first. Salute. We need to get our people to recognize it first. Salute. We can't get you can't put the cart before the horse. Hey, salute. Hey, Monaga say, hey, Johnny Cochran was preparing the sewer class. Yeah, I know. Johnny, that's why they probably killed him, for real.
That's the part that I'm saying. Yes, we need a true living formula that can be passed other than talking points. Because and I hope that everybody here understand what I'm saying. Because the Democratic Party and the educational system is going to come after us because they have a certain narrative that they're going to run with. That's
They
all I'm
already,
saying.
they
I'm
running
gonna
with
put
the
my
indoctrination, the lie.
I'm gonna put my email.
We can't go talking about public education. We got to do higher learning, adult education. And adult education, you either got to pay for it or you got to pursue it yourself. You got to either pay for it with cash in your pocket or you got to pay for it with time while sitting your ass down and reading a book for real. Not just going on the internet and listening to what some content creator got to say. Now, getting these books, and you can't show me no fresh ass book. If you can't show me a book. Told me, yeah, back Jack, see, I be reading. If your book don't, my paper's curled up like your shoe is. My paper's curled up like Jermaine Schumacher tennis shoe is with them elf shoes that we was talking about with the cinnamon roll feet. Your book, I need to see your book looking like this. I need to see you putting, I don't care how much you paid for the book and all this, you need to use this book. You need to flip them pages. I need to see fingerprints on them pages. I need to see underlining and highlighting. I need to see you know this book like the back of your hand. And I got parentheses. You can go there and you can point it out right there. You say, see right here, knocker. We got to know this stuff. It's not a game, man. But you got to pay out your pocket or you got to pay out your mind. You got to put in this work. You can't be scared to go through and read 300 or 200 pages. You can't be acting like you too busy because you got all this. You ready to get there on that phone though. You ready to get there with your little Google fingers though. But you won't flip these pages though. You won't put in. You won't pay for that shit. You know what I'm saying? Let's be for real now. What we calling people out now? Cause I ain't seen you read nothing yet, my brother.
Hold on. Hold on 1 second. Hold on. Let me get it this way. So I gotta type it out. I'm gonna put my email in the chat. So anybody want to send me something where we can
They say he told Chinese talking about they was Navajo. Yeah, I know they be lying.
Hold on 1 second.
Sit your $5 ass down before I make change.
We call them kung fu
what I'm saying
Indians.
is this: I could interview brothers and sisters
dialed up
that,
in the house, salute.
and this is what I'm saying with me because I've been in the social media space for a very long time, right? For a very long time. I don't want to interview people that come and just say, "Hey, this is what we are," and you show me paperwork. I want to interview people that took their paperwork to the United States government and they got it stamped by the United States government that they're honoring this paperwork. If not,
You think the Most High want validation from the devil? You think Jacob gotta go beg Satan for validation? You want why is it so important for you to have the government recognize you? Why did you have so much need and desire for validation from your enemy, from the U.S. government, the people that colonized your land, lied to you and your children, indoctrinated you in their public school and told you was an African booty scratcher, lied to you, and you expect them to tell you the truth? Or you gotta put your hand around their throat and choke the truth out their motherfucking ass. Ain't validation. I ain't looking for their validation. I'm gonna make these motherfuckers submit to what I know. I will force you to submit.
now I don't want to interview because I want to see. I want to know what works. And
You the one said interview, brother. I ain't never talked about the interview. I'm my own creator. Really, like you really, it could go left. I'm gonna be honest with you, brother. I like you, honestly. Even though you on some FBA shit, you still cool with me. I don't think we should do an interview. You the one talking interview because it can go left with me because I'm live. I'm a live wire, boy. I'm a live wire. I'm a wild engine. We can debate or something, but I ain't here for interviewing. I be reading for real, man. You can't interview me, man. Cause the stuff that you gonna ask me, honestly, man, I don't think it's nothing in your wagon that's gonna even challenge me for real. I'm just being honest. I ain't no disrespect. It ain't nothing you can ask me, brother, except for help, brother.
At this point, I've heard all the stories.
You can't
from the
interview
wars.
me.
the Hebrew Israelites, the black church. I heard from everybody.
And you want to diss Jacob, man. See, that's when I get offended, man. That's what I'm saying. You don't want to interview me. You want to diss the tribe of Jacob. Then you want to talk about interviewing me. No, brother. No, brother. You want to sit here and talk about Hebrew. You want to get mad. You want to diss Abraham. You want to diss Jacob, huh? Which Jacob? All the Jacobs. You want to diss Isaac? You want to diss the whole tribe, huh? You want to diss Jacob, huh? Jack, huh? Or Joe, or Joseph. Who you want to diss? Or Simeon, or Samuel. Who you want to diss? Why you dissing? Why you got beef with Israel? You don't know who the real Israel is? That's why I don't claim FBA.
See paperwork that says, hey, the United States government in North Carolina or the state government in Virginia and the federal government in Virginia honor this. That's what I want to see, because I want to know what template should we be working off of. Because you got reparations claim that's been on Congress floor for decades, and they're not moving. It's not working. That's all I'm saying. So I don't want nobody. I don't want nobody to take what I'm saying as if I'm talking down to anybody or I'm saying nothing won't work. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is I want to see tangible. I see my indigenous brothers online for years. I see my Hebrew Israelite brothers online for years.
Same people. Well, maybe the same people. We got fake Hebrew Israelites out there. They on some religious shit, but nah, we talking about bloodline when we talk about it. See, the people, all them people you see out there that's claiming Hebrew Israelite, we never said that those are our people. This the thing that y'all got twisted. We saying they pretending too. We know who the real Israelite is, and it ain't nothing about religion.
I seen my Moorish brothers online for years. All George Macon is asking, show me something that you took to the government that works that we can use.
I ain't running to the government, man. I'm not running to the government. When I told you when I run to them, I'm going to choke them out and force them in submission, man. Why is you running to beg your oppress? You running to beg the very people that oppress you? I mean, that's weak to me, man. That's weak. You looking for validation, like you show me that the white man approve of you being an Indian. Basically, you saying you want me to show you that Joe Biden said it was cool for me to call myself Indian. You want Joe Biden to stamp my shit? Bro, I ain't known that shit there, bro. I don't need their validation. You know who validation I got? The Most High validation, fool. The Most High validate me. The truth is all the validation I need. Honesty is all the validation I need, my nigga. I got integrity, my nigga. I bow before the Most High, my nigga. I don't bow before Satan. I don't need Satan to stamp it, my nigga. No disrespect either. Just letting you know where we stand.
That's not talking points. That's not paperwork saying I think or we could. No, this worked.
That's why I don't be wanting nobody help,
this
man.
Worked.
That's why I do stuff on my own now.
Well, let's share the screen.
Cause I ain't got time to argue with nobody to try to help nobody that don't. You
funny
can't try to lead nobody to the
right
water.
Here.
You can't try to lead a thirsty nigga to water if they don't want to go to the water, my nigga. If a nigga refusing to take the water, you can't force him to drink, my nigga. You ain't worried. I can't worry about letting nigga die of thirst before I worry about you not drinking the water, my nigga. We're gonna keep moving.
Here, hold on.
We want the validation from the Most High, my nigga.
Right here ain't got nothing else better to do for himself.
The Nigerian dude.
I don't even want y'all to block him.
We was on his ass. The moderator, he told the moderators not to block him. This bitch ass nigga right here, I was on his ass too. Nigerian foundation. I saw this goof ass, shabushi looking ass knock. I was on that knock in the chat. Hey, Street Media TV. I know you saw how I was on that knock ass in your chat. I know you were laughing like this knock blackjack crazy. Yeah, I was on that knock ass in the chat. Yeah. I know your moderators ain't even have you were telling your moderators not to block them, but I was roasting that knock ass. I type fast too, knock. I type with all my fingers, knock. I don't be out here picking with one finger, knock. I gotta learn how to type when I was 12, nigga. I learned how to type with 2 hands, knock. I learned 10 key. I told you I'm a nerd, knock. I'm a nerd, Pookie, knock. Knock. I was knock. Listen, knock. When I was in the 7th grade, knock, I learned 10 key. Some of y'all don't even know 10 key right now. Am I lying? Knock, I was in there showing off. Knock, I learned how to type I was typing about 180 words a minute. I was in that bit like that. No, not for real. I was typing by, when I was like 7th grade, I was typing about 60 words a minute. Cause you know when you young, you be fast. I could be playing video games, my fingers was fast. And I had like high accuracy. Like I was using the backspace and all while I type, spell checking myself. Shit accurate. Knock, I had to learn that 10 key. My sister ain't even know 10 key with her jelly ass. She was a year older than me. Knock, I was in there on that 10 key like this here. Do on the 10 key. Knock, you know what 10 key. Hit me in the chat if you know what 10 key is. Some knockers in here like these young, like these millennials and shit. These millennials in here like, what the fuck is 10 key? You know what I'm saying? Generation Z in this bitch lost in the motherfucker. Like, man, what the fuck this nigga talking about 10 key, huh? That little young ass niggas. Hey, I ain't gonna go too late. I got bad. Bruh, all right though, for real. I'm gonna email him, try to link with him, cause like y'all know we got more than enough evidence.
FBA syndrome. Let them. You know what? I want my chat room. Let Whiny FBA syndrome Nigerian troll all day because he don't have nothing else better to do. He ain't got no woman or nothing. Just let him troll all day. Let him troll as much as he wants. Everybody just ignore him. But Nigerian,
I wasn't ignoring him. I was on his ass.
Whatever you want to do in the chat room, man. You can do whatever you want to do. Don't nobody even pay him no mind.
I was on his ass. Man, I ain't gonna hold y'all too late, man.
Yeah, thank you, my brother. Hold on. Because we already shared the screen.
That knocker be squinting like me. Look at that knocker, have to get real close to the screen. Hey, ambush predator be picking at me talking about I need glasses. This nigga here need glasses.
And thank you, understanding what I'm saying. Because I've been in these spaces a long time, and I understand what's coming and what they're about to try to do.
Everybody wants solutions. I'm with it. But like I say, we can't get solutions unless we got the right argument, man. It ain't gonna be no solution without the right argument, man. And we definitely ain't gonna get the right argument listening to no damn Jermaine Schumacher ass. You know what I'm saying? This nigga here, man. Look at this goof ass, man. This nigga, man. This nigga here, this nigga diss all of us.
Us stay focused. No, you got to dig. How do you dig spiritually to get to the goal?
Goof ass.
Stop
nigga.
digging me. That's a snow bunny. Hold on. We're not doing that today. Please exit the live. Neanderthal Nation.
This nigga
You should still be celebrating President Trump's return to the White House. I don't know why you on my live. Better have a jacket on. I don't care what shoes you put on. Why am I yelling? Block. Stupid ass questions. South Africa, stand tall. Snow Bunny Hopper think he gonna get on here talking that crap. Snow Bunny Hopper. See, the people laughing, you know you're dealing with kunocracy consciousness. You know you're dealing with calcified Negro pineal glands. The people making jokes don't pay no mind. I'm not going in there with a raincoat or without.
He a pervert.
Brothers and sisters, the power went out, brothers and sisters. The power is temporarily out. It's not a big problem, my brothers and sisters. The power will be restored momentarily. But I wish I had some chicken noodle soup in the dark. I wish I had some chicken. Here we go, brothers and sisters. The power is back. I love Africa.
Somebody said, Dr. Umar, why are you so fine?
Something wrong with this nigga, man.
Okay, first of all, is this coming from a woman? Okay, is this coming from a woman? I gotta be careful. I have to be careful. This might be a transformer. This might be a transformer, so I'm assuming it's a woman, but it could be a
nigga,
transformer.
you know that's a
so
man, nigga. These niggas, man.
You are a woman? Let me see your picture.
See, this one of these niggas, right? This one of these niggas that you thought was one of the homies, and you caught that nigga with a transmission. He talking about, he thought it was a woman. Nigga ain't know you thought that was a woman. You know damn well that's a man, nigga. You look the other way, nigga. He gay ass. He's gay ass.
I need to see your picture, baby. I need to see your face. I can't answer that.
See, y'all, he got his zip all loose. He about to get some top. Talking about, let me see your face. Man, it's too late. You balls in. You balls deep, man. Dr. Umar gay, man. He out here, I know this, and he gonna blame it on the liquor. See, this the type of nigga, you catch the nigga with a transmission, he gonna talk about, I thought it was a woman. Then you gonna be like, nah, nigga, you knew that was a man. Then he gonna say, well, I was drunk. Gay ass nigga, man. Nigga, you been gay, nigga. You ain't just not got gay, nigga. Your bitch ass been gay.
It could be a transformer. I need to see your face.
Gotta know exactly
why
who
you
you are.
having a whole, you supposed to just hung straight up. You still 10, 15 more seconds in talking about is this a transformer? You getting head already now, nigga. You gay. You can't, he done got 10, 15 seconds worth of head talking about is this a transformer, then trying to pull out. Nigga, you gay, nigga. You done committed a gay act already, nigga. Your ass is gay. Gay ass Dr. Umar.
Lord have mercy. We must stay.
A real nigga would have hung up immediately, man. If I would have had any suspicion of it being a transmission, man, I'd have hung up instantly, man. It wouldn't have been no let me see your face. Why you want to see this punk ass nigga face? You want to make sure it's a transmission. I bet his boxers got moist.
Focus, brothers. We must stay focused. No,
Now you got to focus. See this nigga, man. This nigga Umar, man. I don't know, gang. I got me a T-bone steak though. I'm about to get in this bitch and cook before it get too late. It's down to 11 o'clock. We done roll long tonight, y'all. I've been wilding. I had to ride on this nigga one more